Hello everyone, welcome to the Hoops with playlist. Today's matchup is between two rising star power forwards that are not yet being noticed like I think they should be, because I think they're both underrated rising stars. So the first one is John Collins from the Hawks and the second one is Marvin Bagley from the Kings. So they both play the power forward position well, and their stats are basically John Collins has performed a bit better than Marvin Bagley this season. But I think that Marvin Bagley was, remember, a very high lottery pick, and you should still remember how much, there was a lot of hype for him, and people were enthusiastic to see what type of future he would have. So I think that we should still remember about that. So the stats are 20 points for John Collins, 14 points for Marvin Bagley, and there is 10 rebounds a game for John Collins, which is very good. He's good at snatching the boards, and 8 rebounds for Marvin Bagley, which is still very decent, considering that there are also centers to get boards. So their assisting is not very important, but I'll just say that Marvin Bagley has 1 assist a game and John Collins with 2. So now we're going to get on to their play style and what their issues and strengths are. So Marvin Bagley's strength is he's very good with his back to the basket. He has a great inside game. And I think for a power forward, he has a great recognition of when he should go in a post, when he should settle and try to make himself open for a pass so he can get an open dunk. And he's improving the alley-oop dunks, which is a big component of the game now because it's quite a flary move, and people love using the flare, and then they just make highlight reels on ESPNs with their alley-oop dunks. So it's good to see that he's getting good at doing alley-oop dunks. And for John Collins, he's taking a lot of advantage of Trae Young. Trae Young, people are comparing to Steph Curry, but actually I don't think he's really comparable to Steph Curry because he actually does way more assists than Steph Curry. So I think that John Collins is using Trae Young's assisting skills in the best way he can, making himself open for lobs, making himself open so he can do it back to the basket moves, and just making himself a good option that if Trae Young gets double team or he has problems going on an isolation move against his man, he will always know that John Collins will be there for him. So I think that that's a good type of message John Collins is sending to Trae Young. And you can definitely see that through John Collins' stats, because he's been playing he's been a key role, he's been a great starter for his whole career, a veteran type of player who's consistent in getting his double-doubles. But then you realize, he's still so young. And then you realize, what kind of future does he have as he's playing 20 points and 10 rebounds, and he's still very young. So I think that I cannot think about Marvin Bagley and John Collins. I just thought, when I thought of the matchup, I was this is really going to be a great video because it's a type of matchup that I think is really comparable, and that even 3 years down the line, I think that they will still be comparable players because they might have different type of power forward play styles, but the way they score and get rebounds is the same, and the way that they're playing with all of their good stats is great. So I think that these two players will be two to look out for, and I think that maybe John Collins might be snatched. Maybe someone might move him away from the Atlanta Hawks because, he's a great player for a good point guard who can provide him very well. I think that with players who can pass very well, John Collins would be a big help to them because he's more like a power forward big man who you can rely on to just put the ball inside the hoop. So that's my overall assessment. I think both of these players have very high potential. We just need to see if they'll reach it. So I hope that both of these guys do, because I think that they will be very key players in the NBA if they do reach their highest potential. Thank you for watching and see you next time.